Hello, my brothers and sisters, children of the light, as the Apostle Peter calls us in 1 Peter 5. I want to talk to you about something that's very sensitive, and I want to say at the beginning of this chat that I'm not trying to be difficult or just have an ulterior viewpoint over things, or just rattle the cage, so to speak. But as a very, very wonderful minister once said, the truth is often controversial. And that's a thing that I find in many churches and many religious organizations and many Christians, that they confuse welfare with true spirituality. I find a lot of religious institutions, churches, religious groups are so focused on doing welfare that they completely forget about Christ and His kingdom. I had this sad experience a few weeks back. I was walking in a shopping center and I had a t-shirt on that said, "I love Jesus" in front, as I have many t-shirts like that proclaim my faith and my love for Christ to the world. And a gentleman stopped me and said to me, "Excuse me, are you a pastor?" Which firstly was good and bad. Good because the fact that I was so bold walking around with a t-shirt promoting my love for Jesus that he could have thought I was a minister for that matter, and sad in the fact that he thinks only ministers will do that, not a normal Christian. Yeah, which is a bit sad. But in any case, I said yes, and I expected him to ask me for prayer, or ask me about my church, or ask me about something about the Bible, or just say to me, "Beautiful t-shirt, I love Jesus too." But the moment I confirmed the fact that I was a pastor, a minister, he proceeded to ask me for money, quite a bit of money to travel to another province. For you overseas, it's like a different state. And I was taken aback, and I thought the fact that I proclaimed "I love Jesus" on my t-shirt doesn't send a spiritual message. It makes me stand out as a soft target for giving money. And I've really thought about this for weeks now. And I think it's because a lot of religious institutions are so interested in what they can give instead of what they preach and what they live spiritually, that for many people, Christianity has become a second-hand welfare organization and not the living, dynamic body of Christ on earth, as the New Testament is supposed to call us, the church, the ecclesia, the called out ones. And it's sad. I think, and I'm not saying this disrespectfully, I have an incredible love and awe for the cross of Christ and what crosses represent, Jesus' sacrifice on the cross. So I'm not saying this in any way disrespectfully, but I think there are some churches that mistake the cross off their wall and put an open wallet there, because they're just about giving. They're not about spirituality, saving souls, glorifying Jesus. And if you're part of such an institution, or you're a minister of such an institution, or you're a Christian listening to this and you think your first priority is to give, it's not true. Your first priority is to live for Christ, preach the gospel, and save souls. Your first priority is to save souls from eternal damnation and promote spiritual growth among Christians. That's your first priority. The second thing that you also might find very controversial is that I want to say to you that if you give to fellow Christians first. The Apostle Paul doesn't use the example of the body of Christ on earth, Christians as a body with different body parts. My lungs breathe for me. They don't breathe for the neighbor. Christians must first help other Christians first. Most churches, most religious organizations have actually in general such limited funds and resources to do welfare work that they really must start with fellow God-fearing Christians first. If you're a church that has ample money and you can help all the Christians in your neighborhood or in your church, and you have left, by all means, give to others, but then you give with proclaiming the gospel and evangelizing. These are two secrets of Christian giving. Listen carefully to me. It's not your first priority. Saving souls is your first priority. And secondly, if you're in a position to give, you give to Christians. Well, it's 3 points. Secondly, you give to Christians first. And thirdly, if you give to others, you do it while proclaiming the gospel, or else your giving has no value at all eternally. Let us not buy into this postmodern nonsense. Sorry for the word, nonsense. It's just about being kind. It's about saving souls and helping your fellow Christians first. Please go to my website, glitterforchrist.co.za. Type in my name on social media, YouTube, Heinrich Lottering, many other videos to watch. Please follow my channel on YouTube. I put on weekly teachings, and it's my true benediction of the one true living God. The Holy Trinity will richly bless you.